Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do something exciting and we're going to go through, put on, use the new Milani Luminoso collection. Milani brought out a Luminoso collection. This is a really good time for me to stop and tell you that since I filmed this, I have gone and saw a couple of other people's videos and they got all of this in PR, and I wanted to let you know that I bought everything. It was not sent to me by Milani, and nobody's paying me, of course. So anyway, I saw that Milani had come out with this collection, right? I've got the Luminoso collection. Eyeshadow, the blush. I've not opened any of this stuff. This is a lip plumper, and then there was this. I also saw that they had this, so I picked it up. That's kind of new, right? It's the contour, and I think like they have a concealer, Conceal and, is that what it's called? Conceal and something, Conceal Plus, whatever. I didn't like the foundation or the concealer, either one, so I did not pick those up. I also picked up this, but I wanted to point out before I open it up, it was sitting like this all weekend. And look how little product. Can you see how little product is actually in these things? I mean, really, if this is all we're gonna get of this product? You know, when it comes to stuff like this, I always wonder, is Drugstore actually cheaper if they're just giving you so little of a product? I don't know. Anyway, that's new. I also picked up this mascara. We're going to try it out because this is supposed to be a dupe for the Thrive tubing mascara, which I love and have bought several times. I also picked up this eyeliner because I can't remember if I've ever tried their eyeliner or not. Let me get it all opened up real quick.
The next morning.
This is how long it took me to get the packaging off all that stuff. And I had to use tweezers, and nothing makes me feel more special than having barcodes all over everything. Anyway, so I got all that off there. But for those who don't know it or don't remember, this blush by Milani, this peachy goodness here that just, it's kind of like a highlighter and a blush in one. It just gives this beautiful flush to the skin. It makes you look youthful and goodness and, you know. But at some point I decluttered this blush because it wasn't getting used and it was old. But I'm glad to have it back because it's stunning. I love it. And it's an iconic Milani thing. Like when you say Milani to me, this is where my head goes. Milani Luminoso blush. I mean, I'm so happy you can still get Luminoso from Milani, and that they are so confident in it, they have never let it go. Instead of letting it go, let's bring out an eyeshadow palette to use with it. Maybe I'll do the look so we can see how it looks, and then just for an extra punch and fun, we'll put that on top of it. I don't know, let's go. Obviously, it's a Milani video, so let's use the Milani eye primer with Milani eyeshadows. It does not take very much of this stuff at all. You know, this is another thing that's been around forever and ever and just keeps on going because it's a really great product. Why get rid of something if it works, right? If so many people love it, why would you get rid of it? Okay, maybe we should do some swatches first. That way we know what we want to use. In all fairness, this is on my hand underneath these shades. Starting right here is the top row. So this is Halo, then Dusk, In the Clouds. Starting on the second row, this is Pink Moon. Right there in the middle, Luminoso, so beautiful. Then Soul down here. Gosh darn, I can't help it. We might have to use Beam, Sunset, and then Horizon. We are definitely using Horizon, and we're going to use Beam for sure. I feel like we have to use Luminoso because it's about Luminoso, and we'll probably use In the Clouds. Let's get your Glitzy Fritzy Essential Eye Set, minus the E35. Seriously, we can't use E35 today. All my E35s are dirty. We're gonna have to find something else to blend with. Let's start with Halo. I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. Now we'll come into In the Clouds. I'm just gonna use that right up here and pattern it. Pattern. All right, a shadow needs to be able to be patted at our age. You shouldn't have to go back and forth and blend and blend and blend. I should be able to just pat that in place. I'm not saying I won't blend, but it does handle doing that very well. We have to use Luminoso. We have to. because this is about Luminoso. I get people asking me all the time what these are. These are eye patches from Derma E. And I like to put them under here because it's softening my wrinkles under my eye. But in addition to that, it also catches fallout from shadow. So I always forget to say what is under my eyes. So this is what Luminoso looks like. I'm dying for and I'm here for Beam. So yeah, I'm gonna get Beam on this brush with Beam, and yeah, I'm here for the Beam. That is just so pretty. So pretty. Let's tap a little bit of halo right in the middle of my eye. We're just gonna come into Horizon with the E36 and skate it right out here on the outside. Down here and up. Gives it some dimension. That's so pretty. I'm just barely swirling into that, and look. Can you see the dust it's kicking up? Which is fine with me. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I love these kinds of shadows that are really soft, you know, not hard when you touch them. I just think I can do a lot more with it. But you do have to take fallout into consideration when you do that. So I just lightly pick up the dust. I'm just like tapping on top and picking up the dust with the brush there, because why blow it off and waste it? Let's take these off now. They're pretty much dried. I'm going to take the E21 and come right back into Horizon and watch how dark that looks, because it's really pigmented. I don't want to put too much of this down here yet because I've not got my foundation on. So let us move on. This is called Stay Put Eyeliner, and I noticed that it has a sharpener. Didn't know that, but I was trying to get to the smudger. The smudger does feel bouncy, not hard. That's going to have nice give to it. So this is one of these little doodads where you screw it up instead of sharpening, which I don't tend to prefer because I don't never know. Like, where am I in this pencil? And I'm just going to take and skate it here on the outside and take the smudger. Let's see if it hurts. No, it does not. And skate it all the way across. Lovely. I like that. Oh, well, I don't know why I did that. I just proved to you that you could put it on the outside and smudge it all the way over. Let's do the same thing over here so that they look kind of the same. All right, let's take it into the tight line and see what she do. It goes in real creamy. All right, what about here? Waterline. That goes in nice and creamy, but do she stay? That's the real question here. Does it stay? I do want a little more contrast than what I got going on, so where's that E36? I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to come right on top of my eyeball here. And put that right in there to sink that back just a little bit more. Okay, so we see what this looks like and everything, but what would happen if we put a little bit of this right here in the middle? Should we? Tap, tap, tap. That switches it up a little bit. I feel like that's pretty sheer, actually. We put in a lot more. That doesn't have the, you know, bam, that I thought it was going to have. But I did take my finger and just kind of blend it out. Possibly, if I had put it on thicker and not done that, it would have been a lot more. This is called Highly Rated. I remember Thrive tubing mascara very well, so let us see. Is it actually a dupe? Let's pull it out. Got a good stopper on it. The wand looks very much like Thrive. It's not pulling off a lot of mascara, but let's check her out and see. Oh, wait, I got a glomp right there on the end. Okay. One thing I like about the Thrive is that it does give you length and separation and a big looking lash, and this is doing it. Just based on what I just did, I would say this can be interchanged with the Thrive Tubing Mascara for sure, especially if you don't like that price. But some of this is going to come down to how it wears. I've not liked the Milani foundations that I've tried. I never have. I mean, I've tried pretty much all of them as they've been brought out, and I don't like them. So I'm going to use my Wasted Again in Glitzy Fritzyville stuff here to do the base. And I made a mistake when it came to the powder. I thought I had the Milani powder here. I did, but I decluttered it in the last declutter. So it wasn't that it wasn't a good powder. It's a really good powder. But I will say this about it. The amount that you get, for crying out loud, you could have a high-end powder. You could like have Laura Mercier for as many of those as you'd have to buy. So I'll be using a different powder from my Glitzy Fritzyville basket. It will be the Fit Me. And yeah, let me do that really quick. I said I was going to powder, but I didn't because I forgot. I have some cream products here that I don't know how they behave. I do have cream products that absolutely no problem go over the top of my powder, but I don't know if these do or not. The first one here is this Conceal and Perfect. So what we have here is a sponge on the end, and then I'm thinking I just squeeze this stuff up here, right? There's nothing to click or anything. See, it's getting darker. Ah, there we go. All right, let's take a look at that real quick. Yikes. Oh, that isn't going to take much, is it? Huh, I guess squeeze a little bit up, but barely dab your face with it. I'm glad I didn't do that on my face. I think we're going to need a brush for this. I'm just going to, I guess we're going to contour again. This has too much warmth to it, which I got a lot of warmth going on here, but I mean, for me to use this, I would use this more as a bronzer than a contour. That looks a little orangey to be used as a contour, I think. I'm bronzing, not contouring. It needs to be more ash for me to accept this. Now, I don't have on any powder, and this is not wanting to blend very well. As you can tell, my cheekbones are rather chiseled on their own, but if I were going to contour, it would come underneath my cheekbones, so let's do that. Be careful. And definitely under here. I mean, I do still contour. I contour under here and right there, and I contour my nose, but so far, I have better things than this. This is looking like I'm contouring with a bronzer. It's too orange. Let us move on. We have the classic and the one I love, Luminoso, and we have this. Let's look at this here. It says Liquid Blush Highlight, which makes sense, because why would you put like a blush, a cream blush in? Yeah, I don't know. Let's squeeze that baby up here, and I love that. That's definitely more highlighty than blush. We're gonna highlight with it. Not that Luminoso actually needs that. It's got a shimmer of its own. I haven't used this in years, okay? But it shouldn't take more than just a few taps. Ignore that I did that. Let's put on some powder first. Not new. Milani Fit Me. Now let's get the Luminoso. So pretty. And just, that's all you gotta do. Just tap like that and skate that right on top of my cheekbones. Woo! Oh, I got a little bit too much. So that's a little more pigmented than you know I like. I think it's going to be hard for you in this video to distinguish. See the highlight? I mixed my Natasha Denona Skin Glass with my foundation, so there's already this kind of glow on my face, but we are going to take this and just tap it like so and do this. That is what I would use this for, not as any kind of a blush. As a Luminoso tinted highlight. I think that showing on the back of the hand is going to be what proves it to you today because, like I said, silly me, put the skin glass. See that? Oh yeah, beautiful. And the last thing that I have is this, and I didn't put on any lipstick yet, even though I don't even have one Milani lipstick anymore. I used to have them all. I don't have any. Okay, but we're going to see whether or not this, it's got a doe foot. It's got a slight tint to it. Does it string? It has a very slight minty taste to it. And I don't really feel anything. The only lip plumpers that I can actually feel are Too Faced Extreme Lip Injection and Soap & Glory's Sexy Mother Pucker XXL. I can feel that one. I love that one. Let's take it off real quick and put it over the top of a peachy lipstick and see how that goes. Because like you just saw, it does have a little bit of a tint, but it's really, really light. Only one I have, believe it or not, really isn't that peachy. It's Peach Tea by Sigma. Now let's put this over the top of it. I started here, don't really need to discuss this, right? We all, don't we, pretty much like or love, depending on who you are, the Milani Affordable Eyeshadow Primer. I used that with these eyeshadows because I wanted to, you know, use Milani with Milani. It worked out good. This palette, it is a little bit warm and dramatic, and I do tend to pull, I mean, not that I don't use warm shades, I do. I just don't use this warm, like everything this warm, okay? I might use Beam and Horizon and call it a day. I wouldn't necessarily do all of these together and get this warm, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love how they blend, the texture of them. They feel very high-end. Really enjoy this. This stuff here, I think, is an alternative for people like me who hate microscopic sparkle and how it gets all over you. In a liquid form, you can pat it down and it hasn't come off of my eyes. Later in the afternoon, I did take this stuff and go full on because I wanted to see, like, would it be completely opaque? It is gorgeous on the eyelid. It dried pretty quickly. It stayed even after I would rub my eyes. It didn't come off on my fingertips. So you can use this full on and it will look like this, like it is on the back of my hand, or you can just do what I did today in the video and tap it for just a little bit of glisten. But what I really liked about this was after I took a wet wipe and I wiped it off, simulating washing my face. After I did that, it took it all. It didn't leave a bunch of sparkle behind on my hand, and I liked that. Very, very much I liked that. Let's do it again. I don't know what the power strength of this is, but I'm flashing a light on it as well, and I can see just a couple, but not like a normal sparkle situation that I hate. What I don't like is that I can't remember how much it cost, but getting that little of a product, granted it doesn't take much, but come on, fill it up. Give me the whole thing full. But if you're my age, you like the sparkles, but you don't want the sparkles everywhere after you take off your makeup, that leads me to the eyeliner. Let us examine. So far, it has not come out, which beats most right off the top there, because normally by the time I finish my makeup, I've already lost it out here. It is still present. I will do a voiceover update to let you know. Did it come out by the end of the day? Did it stick around? It left the outer corner of both my tight line and my waterline by the 5-hour mark, but that wasn't a big deal, really. I just added a little more and it went through the rest of the night. It's got this very functional smudger. You know how you'll get a smudger? See, look at the bend on it. You can actually put this creamy eyeliner right out here and then smudge it all the way across. I really like that. There's a sharpener on the end that I probably will never use just because I don't like wasting product. But let's run her up here and see how much product is in this. That's how much you get. The thing I want to point out about this is when it comes to drugstore and high-end, you really have to do the math. Really look at the product. This pencil, for example, is 0.01 ounces, and it's a $10 pencil. How is that better than paying $20 for a pencil that is 0.04 ounces? And a lot of them are. Example, Lancome's Drama liquid pencil is 0.042 ounces for $23. It's creamy, so you're going to go through it pretty quickly. The mascara. I give this a seal of approval. Yeah, I think you could consider this a dupe for Thrive and any other tubing mascara that you really love. It does have the same kind of brush that Thrive has, except with the Thrive mascara, when I get really close here, it hurts to come through, okay? Just telling you that. Because the brush is kind of stiff, so it hurts when I get right at my baseline. But what I love about that Thrive mascara is not only is it tubing, but it gives you a very lengthened and separated lash. Just beautiful. And I think that this did exactly the same thing. And the Thrive gives it to you like that, like just a couple of swipes through and you're there. Same thing with this. This is excellent. I really like it. So gosh darn, I'll probably rebuy this thing. The next thing I did was put on my foundation, which is not Milani, and then I came in with this. I don't really see me reaching for this anymore. This is just too warm. This is more like a bronzer situation for me. This needs to have more gray, ashy color to it for me to call this a contour. And I use it on my nose. It's not going to replace what I currently do because it's too warm. Now, if I was going to use it as a bronzer situation, maybe, but yeah, nah, I don't really care for this much. Hello, of course I still love this. There's a reason this blush has been around forever, okay? It's been around forever and a day. Look at it. It's just so beautiful. It's got the right amount of sheen to it to give you this healthy glow, just enough peach in it to give you a slight flush. And I just really don't know who doesn't like Luminoso, okay? So happy to have it back in my collection. This is absolutely a beautiful highlighter situation, and I don't think that you can get too overdone with it. I think it's just so pretty with just a slight flush, luminous tint to it. If you have trouble with highlight and you get too much and you just want a little bit of a luminous, then get this Cheek Kiss from Milani in 05 Luminoso. It's really pretty. I really like this. And this, after doing my hair and, you know, getting back in here, talking to my mom a little bit on the phone, I can feel a tiny, so yeah. I wouldn't say that this is going to plump up your mouth or anything like that, but it's a very pretty gloss that doesn't feel sticky on your mouth, doesn't leave strings when you do this. And you know, I like the way it looks on its own, just my own lip color. Get that peach lipstick off. I think it is going to go in my purse, okay, because I like this. It gives my own lip color. Just, I think that's really pretty. So I'm going to put this into my purse so that I can pull it out and just put it on and don't even need lipstick. I'm not going to worry if I get that on my teeth. It doesn't have a toxic taste to it. It does have a very slight sweet is how I'm going to describe it. Not really vanilla. I can't put my finger on it. I've never been one that could discern, you know, what something actually smells like. You know, this smells like vanilla. You know, it smells like a very light cake batter to me. Very light. And I can smell a little bit of mint in it, though it doesn't really, you know, my mouth is not on fire. It's not enough mint that I'm actually going to get big lips from it, you know. Okay, that's it. Have you tried the collection? Let me know your thoughts below. And I'll let you know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And that if you're not having a blessed day, the way you can get one is to go be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
It's my thing. It's what I'm gonna do. Woo! I can't tell you. Yes, I can. Who to sock it to. Let me tell you who to sock it to. Milani. No. All I've had is this coffee. This black coffee here. And that's all I need. That's all I need in the world. Just this black coffee. And this setting spray. That's all I need in the world. Just that black coffee and that setting spray. And this Tatcha. lip balm. But that's it. That's all I need in the world. Just this coffee, that setting spray, and this Tatcha lip gloss, and this. No. Remember the jerk? I mean, this product stands alone. The cheese stands alone. The cheese stands alone. I don't know if that's the right thing that stands alone. Like if you use... That's my dog next door. He's my neighbor dog. I have to deal with this. He's trying to tell me something. No, I'm just kidding. Pink moon, I see you on my hand. You look so pretty and we might use you again. What, turn eyeshadows into muck? You better duck when I show up. The goo-goo muck. Do, 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 do. Do you feel under pressure? Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Want to see a magic trick? Watch what I can do that you can't. Are you ready? Look close. All right? Yes, you are right. I can levitate my makeup. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Put that lip plumper on my mouth and make it hurt so good.